Hello. So I thought I would do a little life update. I've never done one of these before, but I realized that beyond my introduction and who I am, I don't necessarily have any videos dedicated to what is my life like right now and what am I doing for a living and otherwise. So I kind of wanted to pop on here and talk about it. So, I started this channel 3 months ago, and since then a lot has changed. At the time that I started this channel, I was on a mission to diversify my life and diversify any potential revenue streams. And so I was doing this along with obviously continuing to audition and submit, and also I was applying for jobs. So I got a job at a local gym, and I'm working front desk, and they have kindly hired me on as a personal trainer-ish, in the sense that they hired me and said, hey, whenever you get certified, we'll pop you on the schedule as a personal trainer. And they have been encouraging me to speak to clients that way and let people know that I'm going to be on the schedule soon. So I got that job, and I've been there for a bit now, I think just over 2 months. At the same time that I booked that job, I got a play. So I have been working on Enemy of the People at Odyssey Theater, which is in Santa Monica, California. As of the filming of this video, which is on August 17th, so good at knowing what day it is, we just had our first invited dress last night, and so first time putting it in front of an audience, and it's my first time doing a show in 12 years. So there's a couple of the big ones. Those are the things taking a lot of my time. Rehearsals for the play are all nights and weekends, with the exception of we get one day off a week, and it's only 4 to 6 hours depending on the rehearsal. And then the gym was working me about 13-ish hours a week, but I brought that down a bit so that I could focus on the play. Because outside of rehearsals, obviously, there's a lot of script work, memorization, investigation, exploration that needs to be done. And so it's a lot of time. I'm also still in post-production for the feature film Wake Up Maggie, which I'm producing and have been involved with since January of 2024. That's when I came on to help Katie Prentice develop the script, and we've been working together ever since. We filmed in September of last year, and Katie has been pushing this film through post like a beast, in the best sense. She is just such a leader, and she is we're going. So I've been doing that. I've been handling a lot of the finances and administration and accounting, and every now and then negotiation and artistic feedback and things like that. And also, talking about distribution and how we want to get this film out there, because it is a social impact film. And so we have the great honor and distinction of having a clear purpose behind this film. I am also getting certified, obviously, for personal training, so I'm going through an NASM course. I was doing about 10 to 12 hours of that a week, but a couple of weeks ago I stopped because I needed to focus more time on the script and the play during the day, which I am lucky enough to be able to do. So I'm very grateful to be able to spend, 2 to 3 hours a day during the day on the play, and even more sometimes, honestly. I've spent whole days on it, which isn't to say that I'm sitting in front of my script for 8 hours, but I am ideating and exploring and reading other things that inspire me, and trying to wrap my mind around this piece so that when we open, there's a level of exploration, freedom, and depth to it that I want to give audiences. Other than that, it's just continuing processes on things that I've already been doing. So the feature that I filmed, produced, and acted in 2022, 4 years ago, is out. It's on Tubi and a couple of other, I think Hoopla and a couple of other streaming platforms. And so, trying to promote that, obviously. And then the other thing is YouTube, and filming videos and editing them and trying to get them out there. I am aware that of the past handful of videos have been very simple. They've been more like this because I've been so busy. But I'm hoping to be able to, when the play is running and or closed, which is in late September, so it'll be a while, but I'm hoping to be able to do some more research videos, where I maybe dive deep on a topic, or just script a little bit more of the videos and have them be less off the cuff than they are right now. And then, of course, the other thing that is probably consistently a part of all of our lives is health. My health journey began in 2016, really, when I started paying attention to it, because I got diagnosed with Graves', which is the thyroid condition. It's hyperthyroidism. And then 5 months after that, I had flipped to Hashimoto's, hypothyroidism. And so ever since 2016, I've been on this kind of protracted journey with my gut health, my hormonal health, and overall health. And so lately that's been taking up a lot of my mental space with the play, because obviously I want to make sure that I'm in an optimal space and able to perform nightly at a high level. So I've been tracking my food and trying to be a little more reasonable with what I eat. And also, with the lack of sleep and not being able to go to the gym as much, I've had to really change the way that I do life. And that's the reality that I found, whether you're working on TV or film. When you're actively working on a project, you can't have really an optimal health routine because your hours are all over the place, your sleep is all over the place. Sometimes you just don't even get to eat. Most of the nights I go to rehearsal, I don't eat dinner because I've been so nervous, but also because I don't want to be having a gut issue on stage. So I just kind of don't eat. And so it's been an interesting change, which means, of course, if I'm eating less and I'm eating higher protein, lower carb to help save my gut some trouble, then I'm also having to increase my electrolytes. Anyway, this is a long story. So health is the other part of my life that's been interesting. I think that's about it as far as updates go. I mean, my husband is working overtime a lot lately, so it kind of worked out that he and I are both working late nights and not really able to see each other much. But that's just kind of the way it goes in entertainment, is you have these seasons where you like are so busy that you don't even get to see each other, and then seasons where you're just hanging out all the time. So we're both kind of enjoying the season of busy and also really excited for when that stops. So that's about it. Oh, sorry. Other than that, there's a couple of projects that I've been developing for a while that are just on my brain. I'm trying to figure out what the next thing as a producer is going to be. So I'm both accepting pitches from people I trust, and I'm also considering some open drafts I have as far as concepts or scripts, and may start collaborating with another writer at the end of this month. And I'm trying to figure out something to do with another person that I met working on a commercial. I think is just really awesome, and hope that we can work together in some way. And I think that's it. I have a couple of 3 short films that I've worked on in recent history that I'm hoping come out soon, because then I can share them with all of you. Yeah, still auditioning, still not as much, which has been a godsend with just how overwhelmed I've been with the play. So still auditioning when they come up, and still probably trying to do too much, but also trying to find ways to be present and quiet and slow. I don't know if it feels like I have balance. I think it does a little bit. I mean, I have moments where I'm like, wow, I'm so damn balanced. And then I have other moments where I feel like I haven't stopped running a million miles an hour in 10 years. But that's just the way it goes. So anyway, that's kind of a little life update. Thank you so much for watching, and talk to you soon.